And I'm back. Sorry about that brief delay. I got a little hiccup there. So this is going to be like a two-parter kind of thing, part 1 and part 2. So when this comes out, it's going to come out as both. Really? I can't shoot you, huh? There we go. Give me this. So I got 3 claws on me now. Totally ran into that one. I didn't mean to do that, guys. Yeah, so like I was saying, it isn't that I don't want to join a guild. I do want to join a guild, but it's one of those things where I really don't want to have any responsibilities in one. I don't want to be required to like know everybody's fight mechanics. I don't want to be required to know the ins and outs of every single boss. I mean, my other tunes, my Alliance tune and my Horde tune, they're tanks. My mains are tanks. I mean, this is the first time I'm actually trying DPS. This is the first time I'm actually trying a DPS spec and whatnot, like a legitimate, powerful DPS spec. And I don't want it to be like, oh well, we're not going to use you because we have too many range people or we have too many DPS people. You know, that's fine, and I understand the need for a guild to have a certain amount of have a need of a certain amount. It's like, okay, we need this many tanks in the guild that we can rely on. We need this many DPS that we can rely on. We need this many healers that we can rely on. And the thing is, I totally get that. I totally understand with the fact of what exactly that is and what that means to the guild.
I'll be back. I'm starting to get frustrated with treasure hunting.
I'm sorry to hear that, Chrissy. And yes, I'm on vent with one of my
I
guild
start with
members.
having to get like 40 treasures, and now I'm down to 16. I think I'm doing good. I'm just no right now.
Well, I can understand it. I mean, you gotta get 100 in total. So there's that. And she's working on
16
her.
what?
Yeah, she's working on her.
Then I have to get my rep, and then I have to finish doing all the other freaking missions.
Well, I wish you the best. If you need some help, let me know. I'll get on my paladin tank to help you.
I should go over to Shadow Moon, but I haven't. But I'll be back.
Okay. See you shortly then. So yeah, I mean, I don't. It isn't that I don't want a guild. I just don't want to be fully responsible for one. I don't want to be one. I don't want it to be. I don't want to be where I stretch myself so thin where I'm in this guild, I'm in this guild, I'm in this guild. Because my main guild is my Alliance Horde tune. and that is where my first tank is. He's an Alliance Paladin tank. So right, I mean, what the heck, right? I'd be able to tank a lot. Well, I ended up making another Paladin tank for a friend of mine to just kind of help them out when I can, and when I um, have him in really to do what I can. But what ended up happening with that is that it's more or less okay. Well, we just kind of help each other out to just do certain things. I mean, we don't really do any like guild runs or anything, but it's more or less just the fact of, oh hey, let's hang out a little bit. Okay, so I hop on my guildie. I not on my guildie. I hop on my tank, and she hops on her healer or her DPS or her whatever that she has, and we kind of just chill. We talk a little bit and whatnot, and something like that. I mean, that's where it's really kind of worthwhile all the way around. Okay, so there's that. Can't skin these guys. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind helping people out, but what I'm thinking I'm going to do is after I get to a certain level, I'm going to maybe start doing some runs with guilds for recruitment, and it's just again, it's like all the vent talk. It's everything that I really don't want to deal with right now. Because, like I said, I got a group of guys that I raid with, and we're good, and we're doing really good with Hellfire Citadel and whatnot. And what comes down to it, what comes to the point of, it's like, well, can we do this? Well, yeah, we can. We just need a little, just kind of need a little push in the right direction, kind of thing. And you know what? It's not all bad. Okay, honestly, where we're at now, hey, you know what? We're doing good. And when the time comes, it's going to be worth it. We're going to end up being able to do what we need to do. And he's over here. Oh no, it's this thing. And so we'll be able to do what we need to do, and then just um, call it a day. And the thing is, I'm really enjoying the guild that I'm in because they really rely on me, which is good, which I enjoy because it's like, okay, well, hey, what do you suggest on this? Oh, well, I would suggest this, this, and this, and they take my suggestions. It isn't just, oh, I'm gonna do this, and we're going to do this, and you have to follow no matter what. It's 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 like, hey, do you know these fights? Or hey, Jay, what insight can you throw onto these fights? And a lot of time it's just like, oh shit, okay, hell, I'm of use. And the thing is, I'm a veteran, just like most other people. They learn the fights, they know the fights, they do everything they can with the fights, and in the end, it's what do you have to offer? What do you have to bring to the table? Excuse me. And so I was That's basically what it is. It's what do you have to, what can you do, what can you bring to the table, and that's a lot to what can you bring to the table. And a lot of times it's just, you know what, I can do this, I can do this with you guys, I can do this for you guys, and that's basically what a lot of it boils down to. And it's actually not bad. It becomes troublesome when it's constant ragging, like, oh, you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to do this. Well, you know what? I'll admit that I am a little clumsy when it comes to like playing my class. Okay, now I'm not saying I'm the best tank in the world, but I did hold my own for quite a while when I first came into Wrath of the Lich King. I did really kind of do what I needed to do to play that game without an issue. And I was a tank, and you know what? I'll be the first to admit I was a shit tank. I couldn't tank to save my life. And when it came down to it, and after I learned my class, after I learned everything that I needed to learn, it turned into one of those things of it turned into one of those things of, hey, this is what we got going on. This is what I need you to do, kind of thing. And you know what? It worked out. It worked out to what I needed it to. Okay, let's see. When I was taking ICC at level 80, yeah, everyone's like, "Oh wow, that's so long ago. That's old and whatnot." You know what? ICC back in the day was the best. There was no. Well, you need to do this and you need to do that. You need to do this. No, it was you know the fights or you're out, and they didn't care if you were in the middle of a boss fight and something happens. They wouldn't wait until you wipe, or they wouldn't wait until um, they really just didn't want to wait. A lot of times, if you were being stupid in what you were doing, regardless if it was like something that you just respect in, or you were kind of like testing the waters on. Say you respect with a new tanking, like something that was supposed to be better, because back during that time we had trees. Um, I'll go back up here. I want to turn all this stuff in. We had three trees: holy, heals, um, uh, tanking, protection, and retribution TPS. And there was, and if you were good and you knew your class, you knew everything you needed to know, you could end up like doing a multi-spec and tanking being your primary, or healing being your primary, or retribution being your primary. But if you were a good tank, if you were worth your salt as a tank, or whatever class you picked, you had to find the best possible scenario and use all three trees. That was like one of the best that I've ever seen and I've ever heard of. So something like that, it wasn't actually too bad. I actually liked it, but I got out because of all the hate, in a sense, and all the people ninjing um, items. If because I was doing 25 man normal once, and this guy just took over the guild because the original guild leader had to step away. He had to take care of some family issues, and you know what? I'm fully 100% in agreement. Family, life before WoW. So I'll take that. I completed 100 quests, so let's put that on. So I did a shield dropped in one boss, and you know what? I'm like, oh wow, hey, it's an upgrade to my shield. It will help me, and this and that and everything else. And well, yeah, what ended up happening was, let me look up. Okay, what ended up happening was it was they didn't just go, oh hey Jay, here's your level 21, ding ding ding. So I mean, it wasn't so much like, oh hey Jay, by the way, here's your upgrade, here's your upgrade piece. It was, okay, well, we're going to give it to this guy because this is his RP role playing gear that he does on the side that he really wants for his family heirloom and this and that. And it's like, well, dude, no, I mean, you're supposed to get the guild gear. He's not in the guild. He's not getting. I mean, honestly, if no one needs it, if he can use it, fine. But no, I mean, I'm in the guild. I need the upgrade. That's my upgrade. Well, next time you run with us, and if no one else needs it, we'll have you roll on it. Well, no. The only other upgrade there was one on heroic, and the other tank had their heroic piece, their heroic item. And like, dude, I need it. It's a standard upgrade. Why are you giving it to him? Well, he's a good friend of mine, and he does some stuff for the guild. Really, when you think about what he does some stuff for the guild, but he's not a part of our guild. Yeah, but I'm a part of your guild, so you think that um, maybe I can get my shield? And they go, well, no, not this time. You really haven't proven that you can tank. I'm like, what? You, what? I can't tank. Is that exactly what you just said to me? Is that I cannot tank? And he's like, yeah, you can't tank. You can't tank to save your life. And during the time, there were like certain classes that had battle reses, and I had learned the fights inside and out, just back and forth. I knew the fights. I knew everything that I needed to do. When I was doing ICC, I never once died. I was always off tank, so I never got the chance to main tank. But even the main tank could not outdo me because I had such a really good spec. I had such a really good understanding of what my character can do. And at the time, there was only really two, maybe three types of tanks. That was Pally tank, warrior tank, I believe a boomkin that could tank. Not a boomkin, not a boomy, a bear tank, druid bear tank. Okay, and the druid bear tanks, they were good, but they weren't that great. But they had the best kind of they had the best kind of like layout of all of them. The the warrior tank, the warrior tanks were just now stepping down in the fact of The warrior tanks were just now kind of, in a sense, stepping down. Okay, this one. Okay, here we go. Retaking Wind Runner Spire. So this is the one that I really want. Okay, so I got to remember that because that one's over here, 13. And that's the whole reason behind Wind Runner Spire. But, oh, wait, mailbox. Need a mailbox. Need a mailbox. Mailbox? Anywhere? Mailbox. I guess not. But, yeah, I learned everything I could, and then just to be really thrown to the wayside at that, it was like, okay, yeah, this is, yeah, this actually is something that's going to bother me. See how long I've been recording here. Bandicam for 21 minutes. Okay, you know what, guys? I am going to cut it here, and let me get back over here. Blah, 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 to where I'm safe. I'm a safe blood elf. So anyway, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. Sorry for the break in between the first one and the second one. I'm going to release these two at once, so this is going to be, I think, 12.1 or 12 part 1 and 12 part 2. So go ahead and enjoy it. Comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye-bye.